Worldwide. Satellite radio network live from Las Vegas. Today's episode is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, featuring sleek luxury and pure elegance. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today and take advantage of exceptional deals for 2022. Bringing you the top news and guests from around the globe on finance, credit, life, or just how to fix that dent in your pocketbook from COVID-19. It's Robert Paisola.
All right, and we are live.
You're now listening
That was the intro. Sonia, is that you, my friend? I can't see you.
How do I make it work?
Okay, yeah, try it. Can you do it?
Can you hear me? Yeah, that's me.
I can hear you. I can't see you. I saw you for a second. I saw you because there's nobody else.
Oh, well, I'm not looking cute, so we're not going to look at Miss Shaunna
Oh,
today.
I don't care. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's not going video. That's fine. How are you today? Are you doing good?
I'm doing excellent. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we're able to do this for the people that show up, because it'll give them an understanding of what we're doing, right? It'll give them an understanding of what we do, what we've been through, all the 9 yards. So it's good to see you. Did you talk to Momma D? Did you talk to her?
Yeah, I did. I literally just got off the phone because she's like, you got to talk to me, Shaunna, until it's time. I said, okay, let's go get on. So I'm hoping the link's working since we're the only ones on. Please,
right,
I hope
two people in the waiting room. So Wendy is here. We'll let Wendy in, and then it looks like iPhone. Yep, there's Wendy, and there you go. Hi guys, how you doing? You guys all here? Let me make sure I can fix this so the camera will adjust. There it is. So we got Wendy and Sonia and an iPhone camera. Wendy, are you here?
Hi. Yes.
Hi. How are you? How are you? Good.
Doing well.
Hi,
Thank you.
Who's on iPhone? It says iPhone. Who's that?
I think that would be you, Robert.
Oh, is that me? Okay. It says, I'm not sure how to change my name. Oh, I got you. Okay. So she's sending a message. Yeah. So we're just testing it right now. And I basically just am recording all this, and then this will all be edited out later on. What we do is we run these as podcasts. So anytime we have large groups of people where we can answer questions and help people, we take it, we syndicate it. We're in 38 different countries, and then we blast it all over the world. And so we have a crew that is basically, they're just IT geeks, and all they do is, make everything work, and so people can see it. So the things we talk about, it'll be transcribed in written form. And then if we get into some really detailed things, which I think I got a call today from, let me see who it was. Somebody called me, and she was really excited. And one of the gentlemen was a lawyer named he was a lawyer named Mark, I believe, and he had a lot of good stuff to say. So that was awesome. But Sonia, it's so good to see you, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. How about you?
Good.
I appreciate you taking the time to do this for the group. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go message everybody and remind them to let them know, because
that's fine. Yeah, if we have 2 people, that's fine. If we have 150, if we have 500, it doesn't matter. We good. Melanie's here. Melanie, Christine, hang on a second. I think I have to let everybody in. Quinn's coming. All right, it looks like everybody's coming in. Hi, Melanie. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Quinn.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right. Yeah, I am so glad I'm able to talk to you guys tonight. I've been working with Sonia now for probably 2 months on some issues, and she gave me a call and said, "Hey, Rob, we need to talk, because I guess who is Momma D? That's what I don't know who that is. Is that somebody in here now, or is she coming?"
I don't think she's here yet.
She's not here yet.
Okay, Wendy. Yeah, so basically, what we're going to do is try to help everybody out we can. This is not a sales class, so I don't know if you guys went yesterday to solve some stuff. I think we're getting some back phone back. There we are. Okay. It's not going to be a sales pitch. Okay. That doesn't do anybody any good. That doesn't help you in your business and moving yourself ahead. A lot of these guys, what they do is they'll actually do a recording and then just play it over and over and over and just get people in the rooms. That's not the way we do it. And Sonia knows that, we just don't. So, hey, Tasha's coming in. All right, it's gonna be good. And somebody put this up on Twitter, and it's up on Facebook, and I don't know, it's everywhere. We broadcast on a satellite, guys. We operate out of Westwood One in Los Angeles, so they syndicate all these broadcasts, and the syndication takes place across the world. So you're asking questions that are going to be answered by people who really, really want to know, and you guys know as well as I do. Hey, Todd, there's Todd coming right now. Todd Charles. That our country right now is having some really difficult times, and you guys know that. And so we'll get into it. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the European economy and what's going on over there, and then we'll talk about some financial ways. There's Dolores Bunch Kamer, TM. She's coming in. Let her in. It's kind of interesting. I have to let everybody in. That's interesting. I don't know why it does that, but probably to keep people we don't want out. I don't know. That's okay. Live meeting with Robert Link.
Robert.
Jill. Yes.
Robert. Dolores is Momma D.
Oh, Dolores is okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to ignore that. Okay. Hi, Dolores. How are you? Momma D. She here? Okay. She's probably just got in. I'll tell you, Momma D, I heard all about you, and I'm sure that we've talked on Facebook before, and I'm excited to hear about what you are doing. Oh my gosh, we got William Phelps, we got Lucky, we got Zadok, we got Niles, we got another iPhone. So we're this is crazy, and they're all coming in. There's another one. This is gonna be fun, guys. Thawana Rowe.
20 accounts, you are required to register with the government, with the SEC.
We're getting guys. We've got backflash. If everybody would please mute. If everybody would mute down, I'd appreciate it, please.
The over-the-counter market, and on the side, had the private investment advisory business that knew about that he wasn't really running.
Can you mute them, Robert?
Yeah, if it could, I'm gonna go ahead and mute, because I want to admit everybody. I was going to do that, but we just need to mute it out. We don't want these things, because, as I said, we're recording right now, and we do a podcast worldwide. And so tonight's questions that we're just jumping into are going to really help a lot of people. Dolores, Lucky, what's up, man? Is this Mike?
Oh, my bad.
Okay, hang on, buddy. We'll be right back. So I just jumped in here. So Momma D, I have heard all about you, and I am excited to hear about. Hey, Greg, how you doing, buddy? All right, we got Brandy and Latoya. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Thank you. What we're trying to do is just get set up. We're on syndication, so this is going out on a satellite right now, and so I'm just trying to that's why I came in the room a few minutes early, and I'm here because of Sonia. That's she wanted me to come and talk to you guys, and that's what I'm doing. So hopefully it'll be of value. You'll see what we do, what we've done. It's a crazy game out there, guys. And I know that. Okay, Leon Rowe, welcome, Leon. I'm gonna bring you in. Just if you've got background television noise, I can't have that because of copyright issues, guys. Hey, Rex, we'll bring you in. Copyright, they'll copy strike us all over the country. So in the US anyway. So okay, coach entered it. Send coach in. I wonder if there's just a button I can push, just lets everybody in.
Look at Rex sitting there with his glasses.
Oh
Rex,
yeah, look.
It's nighttime. You don't need your
I know, guys,
on.
and I apologize. I've been in conferences all day today, and so I had to make it so it would work for everybody. Sorry, so late.
Greg's sitting there with his sunglasses on too. He thinks it's a party.
There we are. Hey, what's up, Nathan? How you doing?
No, these real glasses. I can't see without them.
Good. All right. Yeah. So it looks like people are here. We have, I don't know, 30 people or something. Guys, my name is Rob Paisola, and Sonia is a person I've been working with now for about 2 months. I'm the CEO and president of a company called Western Capital. We're a financial management firm based in Las Vegas, another Zoom person. If anybody comes in, guys, and they're causing problems, just tell me and we'll dump them, because when the rooms get big like this, everybody wants to play a game, and especially when they realize they're going to be recorded. So we're here basically for 2 reasons. Number one, you guys have seen what happens when you go into some of these rooms and all they do is they want to sell you something, right? All they want to do is tell you, this is what we do. This is how we can show you how to build business credit. This is how we can show you how to get out of your 9 to 5. And by the way, give me $25,000, and that's not something that works. I don't believe in that. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here just to answer questions. The questions that I answer, and I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but the questions that I do have, and if you have your mics, guys, let's just not worry. Let's go ahead. The video is not recording right now, so it's just an audio recording. Turn on your mic so we can see you guys. So we can see who knows each other, if that's possible. Usually we do that. Yeah, there he is. Good to see you, buddy.
You said turn on the mics?
Yeah, or no, turn on your camera. I'm sorry. Yeah. There we are. Yeah, because we're all like part of one big group here, and it's like it's good to see each other so we know who each other is. And if you guys have questions, I was trying to get a hold of Momma D, and I think she's up in my camera showing. Let's see, accept patch, and that was Dolores, but let's see.
That's me. Hold on.
Okay.
One second.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, don't worry about all the lighting and stuff. You guys don't have to worry about that. Our camera, it's just gonna be an audio thing. And then once we start, I'll play an intro, and then we'll go from there. Because we're sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. And so every time we do a broadcast, then we're required to do certain things. Hi Melanie, how are you? I can see you. Hello. So yeah, I think I talked to Christine today. Oh my God, look at you guys. I'm on page 2 now. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we have a bunch of people here, and let me see what time it is right now. Right now it's 8:06. So we're 6 minutes out. All right, guys, just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to run this intro. Okay. I need to do this because it's just something it'll be really, really quick. It's like 45 seconds. Stand by 1 second. And then we'll go ahead, admit all. There we are. All right. We're going to go ahead and run this real quick. It's 60 seconds. We'll come right back. Stand by.
You're now listening to the world famous Change Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. Broadcasting worldwide with your host, Robert Paisola. Ladies and gentlemen, give way for Robert Paisola. Broadcasting on 107.1 on the Man Cave Podcasting Network and beaming worldwide on the Spectavision Satellite Radio Network, live from Las Vegas. Today's episode is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, featuring sleek luxury and pure. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today and take advantage of exceptional deals for 2022. Bringing you the top news and guests from around the globe on finance, credit, life, or just how to fix that dent in your pocketbook from COVID-19. It's Robert.
Okay, guys, thank you. Appreciate that. Let me
Change your mind.
Everything we do. Oops, there we are. Everything we do, guys, is set for syndication around the world, and we actually, I'll tell you guys how that happened. One of the biggest things that I believe in is you have to have your name out there, right? If you're going to be in business, you've got to get yourself out there. You can have the greatest websites, you can have the greatest business models, you can have everything, but if nobody knows how you exist, or if you exist, that's where you got a problem, right? So back in the days of COVID, I was sitting back and I was like, I got to do something, because they said none of us can work, and we all had to go and do what we could do from home. And then all of a sudden Clubhouse popped up, and Clubhouse has been a great blessing. So I appreciate you all being here. And Momma D, I want you to introduce yourself, my friend, because I've heard so much about you from Sonia, and I want to get to know you real quick, if I can, if that's possible. I'm sure I ran into you, Dolores, on Clubhouse, but some of those Clubhouse rooms get to be 2,000 or 3,000 people, and it's not personable. So that's why I like it like this.
Well, my real name, they call me Momma D, but my real name is Dolores Bunch-Keemer. I have worked for President Carter. I've worked for President Obama. I've worked for Mayor Franklin, and I've worked for Governor Perdue and Governor Deal.
Okay.
A long career on Wall Street. I worked on Wall Street when I was in my 20s and 30s first. Had Series 7, Series 3, Series 2, Series 63, all the health, life, etc. Variable annuity. I had a little bit of disenfranchised with that. So went to work helping people. And I've been in the helping people business ever since. So worked with the homeless for about 25 years in Atlanta.
That's
and that's
awesome.
why I was with that's what I did with the mayor of Atlanta, Shirley Franklin. Worked with her homeless program. It's called Gateway 24/7. And it was a brand new program. Her baby, I don't know if you know this or not, but Shirley Franklin's father was homeless. So she wanted to change the homeless and disenfranchised way that people were treated in the city of Atlanta. And she really did a fantastic job at putting all of these groups together to make this work. But before that, I worked for President Carter. I worked in his family office called the Carter Center. So I worked there I worked there while I was in school, and worked for President Carter. I mean, worked for President Obama. I took off my job of being a statistician over at Grady Hospital so that I could work for President Obama. And that was a really good experience. So done a lot of things with my career over my, that gets me dated, right? So you can tell I'm a little older woman, right?
Yeah.
No. But I've looked forward to, Shaunna has told me so much about you, and I really look forward to this, and that's why I invited so many of my friends to come on and hear you talk. We all are starting family offices, so we really wanted to get something going with you. So with that being said.
Well, I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you, Sonia, for the invitation. As I said, guys, my name is Robert Paisola. I'm the president and CEO of Western Capital. We're based in Los Angeles, New York, and Salt Lake City, where I happen to be tonight. And I've been working with Sonia for a couple of months now on some issues. We are a company that has, I'll just say my background. I came from the Trump organization. I was the guy, if you guys remember, you would get something in the mail and it'd say, come to this seminar, right? And the seminar would be, come to a hotel and somebody's standing there and there's maybe 3 or 4 people and they're talking to you. They're trying to get you to buy a package, buy books and tapes and all their stuff, right?
Robert, hang on.
Yeah.
Can you let some I have a whole bunch of people texting me telling me they're in the waiting room. Can you let them out of the waiting room?
Let me see how I do that, because I need to see. You know what, Momma D, I made you a moderator also. Do you know how to do that? Here, Sonia, I'll make you a moderator if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't want people not hearing. Hang on a second. I'm pushing your button. There it is. Hold on. See, there it is. Sonia's iPhone. I love this technology. It's awesome. Let's see. Participants, more. Claim host, meeting settings, background effects, disconnect audio. Okay, so if there's a lot of people trying to get in, okay, guys, give me some help here. Okay, I'm looking at the screen right now.
Participants or chat. Click on participants or chat, and it should show you.
Okay, I see all the participants, and it says me, Dolores, as hosts. Okay.
Right above that, if you click right above that, it
says search.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe there's.
It says search, and it says invite. And let me see if there's anybody else I can see. We got cameras on everybody, and it looks like Miss Mitchell's here. Okay, so I see 34. So just somehow the numbers going up. I think I pushed the button to let everybody else in. Is that right?
Yeah, I let everybody else in. Yeah. Okay,
so if you're on, you're Dolores. You're a host. So if you know how to run it, that's great. Okay, and just you can, because this is your group. So that I want to defer to you on certain things, and.
Okay.
So, guys, that's the way I do things. I'm not here, like I said, to try to sell or pitch anything. What I'm here to do is to tell you that our economy right now is in one of the worst states it's ever been in. Okay. There's more homelessness. There's more financial instability. There is more draconian measures that have been taking place by our government with the homeless and with the people that are less fortunate. And I think that, having a person like Dolores being able to be your mentor, especially with that type of background, gives you an absolute incredible ability, right? I don't think there's any question. And usually what we did is, as I said, we would be the ones who you would talk to when you would go to a seminar. It's, do you want to come in? Do you want to do real estate? Do you want to do entrepreneurship type things? What do you want to do with your life? And a lot of people say, well, Rob, I'm in a situation where I'm in a job right now. I'm barely paying my rent. I'm trying to go from the 0, to 40 hours a week. And thanks to all the people that are coming in. Hopefully you get my information above me. It's just difficult right now because I don't know where to make that transition, right? It's really difficult because you want to do something to be able to, move yourself out of that 9 to 5 genre, but it's hard because you got to take care of your family. Can we all agree on that in some way? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's awesome. And I appreciate that, guys. And so what we did is a long time. Thanks, Demetria. That's awesome. Oh, that's right, you guys. We have chat, so I can see exactly what Demetria just wrote. So what I found out 17 years ago is there was a way to create. So my name is Robert Paisola, right? I'm an individual. I'm an entity. I also found out this is back before anybody was doing this, that Dun & Bradstreet was a way, and EINs and getting yourself set up is another way to create a completely different person through a business. We all know about that, right? Once you maximize and learn how to do that, then you can do it again and again based on one thing. And that's basically a coach, a mentor, or somebody that knows what you're doing, obviously, right? And being able to have access to creating EINs. Okay, because once you do that, and let me say this very clearly, you are creating a business. Okay, we're not creating fictitious companies, guys. That means we have a business bank account. We act like a business. We have deposits in our account. We don't go and lie just to get big money. Now, there will be people on this thing. I was in a conference yesterday that Sonia Pinch moved me into. And the guy said, I will have you with business credit in 5 days. Okay. That's impossible. Okay. Unless you actually know people in the executive office at Dun & Bradstreet, and you're going to be able to do that. That's just not going to happen. Okay. Mr. Hudgens, a great logo. I like that. I think that you got to realize that this is a process. This is something that you have to work towards. So number one, you have to establish what it is you want to do. And then from talking to Sonia, I understand that you guys have a program, or in talking to other people, that you guys have a program where there's certain elements that you do all together as a team, one at a time, to be able to take care of being able to create that entity. But please, if you don't get anything else out of this, just listen. You can replicate that over and over and over and over. Now, let's just make an example. Dolores is an individual. Dolores has a pedigree working with the administration. She's done all these things. That pedigree puts her as the CEO and president of the organization. Correct? That's correct. So that is the master, if you will, of the organization. But she can have unlimited companies and trusts. And I'm not going to get into asset protection tonight, but I'm an expert in asset protection. And I will tell you this, if you guys, I think I told her to tell people to get pen and paper, write this down. Okay, guys, listen very carefully. There is no benefit to being wealthy. In other words, there is no benefit to having money in your name. Rob, what do you mean? The benefit is to control. Okay. I come from a debt collection background where we had 300 debt collectors. And if you owe Citibank money, we were collecting over $1 million a month out of Ohio. Right. So if indeed We found out that you had a job or you had money sitting in a bank account, or you called me up. Oh, yeah, Rob, I own my own house and my grandma just died and I just got to inherit. I'm going to latch onto that like a pit bull. Okay. And I think maybe Momma D probably might agree and tell you the same thing. We never want to tell people, and we never want to have accessible, grabbable cash, grabbable net worth, right? You can have a great net worth, but you want to be in charge of it, right? That's the biggest thing. You want to be in charge of it, so you actually have control over whatever it is you're trying to do. And that can buy real estate, it can do everything. And we always tell people this. A lot of people love to say, well, Rob, I own a home, right? I own a home, I own this, I own that. Great. Is it liened, and do you have a deed of trust on top of it to make sure that there's no equity in it? Does anybody understand that? You can unmic if you do, and tell me what you're thinking about that.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
And that's Miles. Okay, so Miles, why do you think that's important?
Well, one, you don't own the actual assets, you just manage it. So in case of any emergency or anything, or say litigation, or any kind of lawsuits or whatnot, it's not in your name.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? We never put our families at risk, because this is a very, very high. It's a high payoff game. But we don't want to lose our residents. We don't want to lose our kids' schooling. We don't want to lose any of that, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. We don't want to do that. So what we want to do is make very, very sure that everything we have that people can find, or that's validated, or they can see, that we actually have it wrapped, so it shows that you don't own it. So does anybody disagree with that? That's one of my first questions I want to ask.
I don't. I just want to control everything and own nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what, Sonia, you're exactly right. We've talked about that, because guys, it doesn't matter if let's just say this is a real issue. Let's say I'm given a $10,000 Citibank account, and all of a sudden I look at Dolores, and all of a sudden I see that she's got all this money coming in, she's got a trust, she's got all this stuff, and all I have to do is spend an hour figuring out where her assets are at. I'm going to go after her, and I'm going to garnish her. I'm going to garnish her money. I'm going to take everything I can, and she's not going to be able to do anything about it. Okay. Now, if you're dealing with collection agencies, I told Sonia this before. You guys can type in Robert Paisola, Robert Paisola, and then the word SoundCloud. We go against debt collectors very aggressively. Okay. We do not lose. We go against attorneys, and we make them go back to the bottom of their feet, bottom of their pond, because they do not want to deal with this. So what I would, if you want to learn how we do what we do, just simply type in Robert Paisola SoundCloud, and you're going to see all these confrontations. And we started out really, really nice. Hi, Jenny, I just got a letter that it said that we owe you, $3,000. Can you tell me about that? LVNV funding, all these places. Okay. And by the time we're done, we're racking up, number one, we're racking up federal FCRA violations. Does anybody know what FCRA is? It's elementary, but you guys might. I don't know if you guys have.
Yes, we do.
Fair credit report.
Okay. Yeah, so we got the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and then you have the FDC.
Okay, wait. It's the Fair Credit Reporting Act, correct?
Yes, yeah. So
Okay.
I'm going to talk about these are things that protect you, that are governmental, right? So as you guys listen to my tapes, or you just go listen to them for free, you're going to be able to get the language. But these are the things you want to mention. Okay, the FCRA says that as a collector, okay, or as a collection, I can only put stuff on your credit report that's valid. Well, unfortunately, over 80% of the credit reports in the country are invalid, right? We know that they're invalid, and they don't take a chance. They just got cited by Congress because during COVID, they just put them in semis. They just declined everybody. So there's a big thing right now, and I want you guys to write this down. It's called the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Okay. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is your ACE. It did not exist 10 years ago, whenever a lot of us were getting started. It did not exist. Okay. But what it is now is, if you file a complaint, or if you file, now I'm not saying you have to file a lawsuit, guys, and please understand that. I'm not suggesting litigation, because litigation is very, very expensive. And if you don't, I mean, you're fighting companies that whenever we used to get when we were involved in litigation, we would just close the account immediately and send it back to the client. That's what we used to do. So if there's any attorneys in the room, you'll probably understand the reason we did that, because we don't want to spend any money because we're paid on commission, right? But we still brought in $1 million in commission a month. That's real. That's real. So FCRA is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You guys want to look that up, and it'll just type it into Google, and it'll tell you what that is. And that is the government's response to what they can put on your credit report. Now, my next tip to you guys is this: once you file a dispute, FCRA, by the way, if any of you guys are in credit repair or trying to do credit repair cloud or any of these words I'm going to mention right now, credit repair cloud, Daniel at credit repair cloud, we took them on a class action litigation ride, and it millions and millions of dollars, because they were screwing people. They were screwing people just like in this room. And I saw it, and I went after them viciously. And I'm still doing it. And I will still, until the day I die, I will not stop. Hey, Sonia, I will still not stop until they're shut down. Okay. They have what's called, I don't know if you guys know what Credit Repair Cloud is, but they'll say, well, we have credit repair millionaires. So they're telling people, oh, join our program and you'll be a credit repair millionaire. Okay, great. So what you've just done is given the FBI 100 different names of people who are supposedly millionaires. Yep, he's being sued there. Exactly. You know why he's being sued? Because we were, yeah. Look at the case captions. Because they don't. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. And whenever you get that plaque with your name on it, it says you're a credit repair millionaire. The FBI is looking, or the Internal Revenue Service, the FBI, means you're a millionaire. That doesn't mean you generated $1 million in revenue. It doesn't mean anything. He's telling people that that's what it means, and that's why you got nailed. Okay, so you're putting yourself in a very, very bad position. Okay, so be very, very careful if you're going to put yourself out there. There's no benefit of telling people, oh yeah, I'm a credit repair millionaire and I'm the best, because all they're doing is sending out form letters. Now, I'll talk about my next favorite topic, and this is something that just happened within the past 2 weeks. And I want everybody to write this down, okay? Because this is something brand new, and this is something that you guys can make a fortune on if you're intelligent, okay? It's called CHAT, GPT. Has anybody heard of that?
Yes.
Yes. No.
Okay,
who
whoever
knows?
said yes needs to become Shauna's new best friend, so I know about it too.
Yep. Who was to? Okay, Melanie. Melanie, would you unmute Melanie, explain to everybody what ChatGPT is? It has changed the universe in 14 days. Go ahead, Melanie.
I just signed up for it. So it's also under the word Jasper AI.
Yep.
And it's a content generator, which is fantastic. There are tons of categories and it's incredible. I also have, so it's wonderful. I just signed up for it.
Yeah. So it's open AI. Guys, it's artificial intelligence. What that means is you no longer are going to need lawyers. In about a year, there's a lot. I have a list of sites that I can go through. If you guys if there's anybody that's really interested, maybe we can do another call about ChatGPT. But I have sites that will the ChatGPT just passed the bar at the bar. Okay, they aggregate data. In other words, in our case, so we're talking about credit and business and being able to position yourself, like Momma D said. You can put that question and you can query that in ChatGPT. Say, tell me the essentials of running a for-profit business where I have no liability, and it'll list like 100 things that it pulls out of the entire atmosphere from 2021 all the way back. And it's coming up now where ChatGPT 4 will come up. So guys, I'm telling you right now, if you've gone to school right now, you can say, write a paper about Shakespeare and why the chat just got passed to the bar. the ChatGPT just passed the bar. That is correct. Yes, they just the ChatGPT passed it. And it's an AI program. So you got to realize AI, nothing is held back. And there's so much aggregated data out there, and you're able to get that. Okay. but this has only been happening for 14 days. So my question to you guys is, what can you do with your intelligence and as a group to create an income stream that is passive? Listen carefully, a passive income stream using ChatGPT, using those provisions. Now, ChatGPT writes code, and I don't want to get into what that means, but it writes software. It creates legal documents. It will go and send out letters to every single creditor in the nation. You can ask it. I asked it today. Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. I asked it today. I said, give me 200 banks that will lend to 200. It says 200 companies that offer business credit, American Express, Bank of America. I have 200 names. That was my query. And by the way, it's called app. Oh, where's that? Go guys, write this down. It's app.writesonic, WRITESONIC.com. And that's just one of them, but I'll give you guys a list of a whole bunch of them here. If you're
Robert,
interested.
can you repeat that so I can write it down? You went too
absolutely.
fast, honey.
Let me just type to, let me fix that. Okay, let me go back, and I'm just going to look at the chat. It's called ChatSonic, chat CHATSONIC. So just Google that, okay? And then I ask it this question, and then this is crazy, guys. And it says app dot. Let me get what that is. App.writesonic, WRITESONIC. And you guys are going to notice that it's going to give you when you type in ChatGPT in Google, it's going to take you to OpenAI, which is the basis of it. But people are creating these programs which aggregate data so quickly. It's like if you want to do a resume, it'll do it in like 30 seconds. It'll just extract all your data. It'll create a cover page. Okay. So today, before the conference today, I wanted to say, list all steps to creating business so you're able to use business credit to borrow money. Okay. And this is what it said. To create a business, you need to use business credit to borrow money. You need to follow these steps. Number one, and this is not a joke. Okay. And I guarantee you're not going to hear this from anybody else on Facebook or anybody on Clubhouse, because this would kill their business. Do you understand? This is going to kill attorneys. This is going to kill anybody who goes out and does art, because ChatGPT is, just like she said, is Jasper, and it can create pictures, which then go to NFTs, which mean you can make money. So let's just go ahead and look at what ChatGPT said as I asked the question. List the steps of creating a business so you're able to use business credit to borrow money. Number one, create your business legally as a sole proprietorship, corporation, or partnership, or limited liability company. Number two, register your business with the Secretary of State. Number three, get your EIN. Number four, open a bank account, business. Number 5, continue business building relationship with vendors. Now I have a list of vendors. I'm sure Momma D has that too, and you guys already know that. Use your business credit card, pay your bills on time. Monitor your business credit by checking your business credit reports regularly. Apply for a DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. Establish trades line with your suppliers. Borrow from lenders that report to business credit bureaus. Avoid judgments and liens. Keep your information. It has 200 things that you're going to get. Okay. That is the kind of information that I want to bring to you guys. That is not a joke. That is real. That is the kind of stuff that's happening literally right now. It's called data aggregation. And we knew, thank you, Sloan. We knew that this was going to happen. Okay. It is something that is, it'll completely blow your mind. Most people don't want to talk it. Most people don't, live transcription. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I guess it's recording everything, but most people don't want to talk about this, guys. Okay. Because what we've done is we've just taken the entire data around the world from 2021 back, and it's going to come to new. And as you start digging down the thing, and I'll give you guys, if you want to spend time on this call, I'll tell you the other programs. People have gone out and made bots, and the stuff that used to, you have to study for hours and hours and hours to try to figure out how to build a business or how to set up this or how to set up an office. I mean, all of that stuff is done. It's so simple. And then if it says get an EIN, then you can ask it to say, please tell me how to get an EIN in New Jersey. Now that doesn't make any sense, does it? Because it's with the IRS. But ChatGPT knows that, and it'll say an EIN is not required in New Jersey. You're going to get it from the IRS on a form SS4. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna know what you guys are putting in, and it's going to aggregate out the data that doesn't exist. So I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to make some serious money, use your information that you're getting out of ChatGPT, and you are going to be able to completely crush it, right? And the reason is because you're taking the data that it gives you and you're using it for your business, right? And that's the most important thing. So if you guys don't know about that, please take time for yourself, and you're gonna, it's like a rabbit hole, but it starts up here and it just goes down. People are rewriting code, and what they're doing is they're able to rewrite code, and they're able to completely create programs that will tell you what banks will approve you. There's guys that are doing this right now. So in other words, you put in your business information and it'll automatically submit to a bunch of different banks. That's all happening now. But I didn't hear Joe talking about that yesterday. Did anybody hear Joe talk about that during that seminar?
No.
Nope, I didn't. And
No.
I've never heard of it. So that's pretty cool.
So Dolores, why wouldn't people want to talk about this?
They want to keep it for themselves so that they can make the money, and
Yeah.
they'll be the innovators.
Yeah, because if I'm here to teach you something, my goal at the end of the day, right, is to say, okay, give me $100 a month, and I'm going to teach you. We're going to have these seminars once or twice a month. So I want to make a little bit of money, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's easy. But I'm not going to do like I did at Trump and said, in order to talk to me, you got to pay me $25,000. And that's what I did. And people paid that all day long. In other words, so there's two types of things. There's coaching, and that's what we're doing now. This is called one-on-many. So there could be up to 1,000 people in here, and I'm talking to 1,000 people. Then there's mentoring. That's where I get on an airplane and I fly to your city, and we sit down in an office and we figure all this stuff out, and we do this for you. And that's where I come in. Okay. And that's where it's amazing, because you're getting the benefit of all the knowledge we have. Okay. And as Dolores said, nobody's going to want to talk about this, because all you guys got to do is just Google ChatGPT, and you're going to see it's amazing. Okay. So all the stuff we've been learning over the past 10 years is now invalid. Sorry. Because I just read you. Did I not just read you all the steps at the first 20 steps to start a business and to start business credit? Did I not do that?
You did.
Yes, you did.
Did I need any notes? No. All I did is I asked the question, what does it take to create a business so that I can have business credit? And it already told me. Now, on each appointed authority that it gives me, I can say, okay, please explain the best way to report to Dun & Bradstreet. Are you saying, okay, no, thank you, Latoya. Am I saying Chat GPT or something else? It's called Chat. You're going to search Chat. G as in goat, P as in Paul, T as in Tom, ChatGPT. And then I want you guys to also go to, what you want to do really is you want to go to robertpaisola.com, and you want to follow me on all my social media, because I give away a lot of information, and there's podcasts and there's videos, there's all kind of stuff. I've never done one on ChatGPT ever. Okay. And I'm gonna sneak in Clubhouse and have this discussion, and it's gonna piss a lot of people off, because why would anybody ever pay somebody who's one of the guys in Clubhouse, one of the top guys, a couple $1,000 if I'm showing you how to get the information that's real? Think about it. Now, the only exception to that is when I told you guys to go and listen to the tapes. Listen to the recordings of us going against attorneys, going against them for violating your rights. That's when you need to know your stuff. And that's, Melanie, thank you for following me on Instagram. That's
so
where
Robert.
That's where we win. Go ahead,
Robert. So on that Chat GPT, can we ask it any question? Like, I don't know. Could we ask it like how to buy a car, how to fix personal credit? Can it? Ask them any question?
But yes, you can. And then I have other programs at the end of the conversation. I'll just give you guys of other programs so you can play around with it. But the answer is absolutely yes. But you have to dig, because if you start saying, okay, I'm just gonna tell you what I put in. I put in what is the difference between African American and white? That's what I put it, because I wanted to see how wide and vast the infrastructure was. And it says people are
I know
people.
what the difference is. I'll tell you.
I know we all do.
Black people have beautiful skin and they don't age like us whiteys.
Probably
and
true.
you know,
Probably,
they have
but I'm
the
just telling you,
beautiful skin.
But they stopped and they said they have a filter system, right, where they don't want to go into certain areas, any LGBT stuff, anything that is remotely controversial, they won't. However, the smart kids, the 20-year-olds, have already figured this out, guys, and they've already figured the back door to get these questions answered. Okay, so how do I buy a car with bad credit? Great question. Put it in ChatGPT. And by the way, you have to you guys need to go there if you want to do it today. I'm going to give you the exact address because I have an account and they made me wait for 2 days and I hated it. So hang on, I'm going to tell you what it is. Chat. I'm sure Dolores is like, what in the hell did you get this guy from? Well, I hope it's helping you guys. Let's see. Okay, it's open. Okay, it's https:// Thanks, Kashmir, for following me on Twitter. We're on every platform you can think of. And on let's see, on YouTube, we're on my name, Robert Paisola, and we have 500,000 followers on Epic Economist, EPICECONOMIST, and that's on DirecTV. Okay, so it's openai.com, OPENAI.com. Okay, so you want to go in there. You're going to want to go ahead and request an account, and you'll get set up with that. And then you guys can play with it. It's a little box. It looks really elementary, but I'm going to give you guys the name of the other programs these kids have created. And I say kids because, hey, Sloan, you look really great. Sloan, thank you. I'm going to show you guys what these kids have done with the basics. They've taken the bulk of ChatGPT, and if you go to YouTube and type ChatGPT in, right, you're gonna really see what these guys have done. I mean, it's causing chaos in colleges. So anybody in higher education, imagine telling your students to write a paper or anything on any subject, and all of a sudden ChatGPT comes out with a 3,000 word news article, and you can say write a news article. And I do this because I'm a reporter. I've done stuff with NBC, so I write a script for publication in a 20-minute script talking about business credit, and it gives me the entire script, and then I can put the pictures to it. Is that crazy? Yeah, it's crazy because I didn't have to write that, guys. That's real, and that's happening right now, and I'll give you the website to do that.
So basically, I can look smart, right?
Oh my God, you have no idea. I mean, ridiculous smart, because you're getting it. How did it? You know what? My sister told me yesterday. She says one of her friends called and said, "Please, will you look at my resume?" I think it was her daughter, stepdaughter. I don't know, but they wanted to look at her resume. She put it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT went through the whole thing and redid the resume. Then she put it into Grammarly. Write this down, guys. GRAMMARLY. It's a program that will verify your spelling and all that, and then you're set. I mean, it's crazy. And she had it all done in like 15 minutes, along with a cover letter. Elon invested in, yeah, well, exactly. I can't read the rest of it, Niles, but it's not owned by Elon. Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, and that's why it's so scary, because there is no end. Go ahead, whoever's talking. Just if whoever's talking, just announce yourself so I can call you by your name. Hey, Niles. Yeah, bud. Go ahead.
Hey, Rob. I just wanted to add to that. Yeah, we've been looking at ChatGPT for grant writing as well, but there's also, so ChatGPT goes to 2021, their information, but there's a new one that's competing with it. I believe is by Bing, but it's called u.com, and that one actually can go on the internet. ChatGPT can't go on the internet, but it's very useful, but also u.com. So if you use both of those tools together, it's absolutely like I wrote a book literally in one day. It's absolutely
okay, guys. Okay, he said it. Let me explain what Niles just said. ChatGPT cannot go on the internet. The data that they have aggregated, the hundreds and billions of terabytes of data is all from 2021. Okay. They're now going from 2021 forward and aggregating all the data in Google and everything else. So what I did is I said, give me because I wanted I when I do these videos, you have to put what are they called? Bios. They put a bio, right, of who you are. So it says, tell me a bio of Robert Paisola, CEO and president of Western Capital and philanthropist. It spit out a whole like 20 line bio. And I was like, this didn't even hit the internet yet. And that's when ChatGPT, guys. What Niles just said is very, very quickly, because it's happening so fast, is it's now wrapping around Google and all the information inside Google, and it's sucking Google dry. Google just had, if any of you guys work for Google or have worked for Google, or if any of you guys are programmers, they just announced Code Red. Okay, Code Red is like a Google meltdown, okay, because of what Niles just said. Do you guys understand? Niles wrote a book in one day. Now, write this down. The way to make money is to make money passively. True or false? True. Yes. True. True.
True.
So if we're going to make money passively, the best way to do that is to make money when you're sleeping by doing what Niles did, writing a book on business credit. Putting it in, and also write this down, guys, PLR. And I'm not going to get into that tonight, but I will talk to you guys. Melanie, go ahead. Melanie, come on up. PLR. It's amazing. You'll make so much money. I've made thousands. Go ahead, Melanie.
I just bought PLR, and they had a special where you can get twice as many credits by the I think that's still going on. So I think that was a good deal.
Yeah, PLR, guys. Here's what it is.
I love PLR, but it can be a lot of old information too.
Yeah, who is this?
I'm sorry, this is Sloan. I do love Sloan. PLR, but it can be a lot of old information.
So here's my think about this. Follow my logic for a second, Sloan, and see if you agree. Take your PLR, run it through ChatGPT, run it through Grammarly, and you have a book like Niles is talking about, and you have it all. Oh my
God.
Dude, I'm dead serious. And that the timeline, Sloan, is a matter of 5 minutes max of doing those steps.
I'm done.
Where's the antiquation? There is none.
Yeah, and when I say,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. When I say I wrote a book in a day, actually ChatGPT came up with the book in 5 seconds. I just took that, and then I went to another AI to make the illustrations, and then I had to, of course, make sure everything's nice. And then I jumped on Fiverr and had somebody illustrate the PDF. So that's why it took like a day. But ideally, ChatGPT did it in seconds. And I put it on Gumroad for sale. It's a free website. And I just dropped it and left it, you know?
I hope to
God.
Niles,
this is Sloan.
I hope to
Niles,
God
I have to say.
Go ahead, Sloan. This is crazy.
Sorry, I have to say this, Niles. My friend just found ChatGPT, I think 3 days ago. She's written 10 books since like Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah.
And
I'm so glad you're talking about this.
If a college professor, guys, were to look at that book and say, is it plagiarized? There's a program you run it through, and then you have like 99% not plagiarized. Okay. So I'm telling you, every question you have has already been analyzed. Okay. There have been people that haven't slept for a week because they're dealing with these questions that we're talking about. Now, Sloan says she has a friend that wrote 10 books. Now, we talked about making money, passive residual income. True? Right. So what is Niles going to do with those books? He's going to put them up online. He's going to sell them. He's going to have somebody, and write this down, somebody at Fiverr, Fiverr, and you're going to set up a corporate account. Listen carefully. You're going to set up a corporate account, and then you're going to say, I need a book cover, and I need a back, and I need the whole thing. And then you're going to put it on Audible, which I have books on. I've written 12 books. So they're going to be on Google. They're going to be on, it's going to propagate all over the place. Okay. The content that you're getting is supreme. So Google's going to index it as it's never been given, as it's never. Hang on, these people. There we are. Okay, so it's never been used before, right? So it's brand new content, and then you're going to sell it. And how many of those get to sell at $19.95, guys, a night to make money?
Wow.
So somebody made a comment. Sonia needs to be let in. So
Yeah,
Sonia's
Momma
in the room.
D, Dolores.
Yeah,
Sonia got
ask
kicked out.
Dolores.
I got her.
Mess up.
I got her in.
Okay. Yeah, and guys, you want to replay this if you can. I'm going to figure a way to get it so you guys can replay this and listen to it, because I know this wasn't your intended thing. But when something like this is so absolutely just, it transitions what we've been doing for so many years. You guys got to realize people paid us $25,000 for all this data. Now, if you guys do nothing more than just talk about the figure out what to ask. And again, the key is on you to learn what to ask. True, right? You have to know what to ask it, and it might block you. But then you got to start something else. You have to ask it a different way, and it's going to give you the answer. Again, the guy wrote 10 books. It's not hard. PLR is amazing. That means somebody else wrote a book. It might be antiquated, but run it through ChatGPT. Put it for $19.95 on your website, and you'll sell it, and you'll make money all day long. Sell it with PDF. Never, and I'll tell you this from the thing. I wrote a book with Tom Hopkins, who started Century 21, and I wrote it with the guy who Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And if you guys do that, my website, if you guys want to write this down, is mycollector, mycollector.org, O-R-G. So you'll see everything we've done, and you'll see videos just like this. I mean, I was on NBC, which I'm going to go on again. And we're going to have a discussion of this. Now, I don't know. I have to be very careful because of my sponsors. I get paid to do what I do, right? And getting sponsors for podcasts is very, very difficult. But honest to God, guys, somebody was sat in one of these rooms like, okay, that's it. We want you. You're the only person we want. So anybody who's trying to pitch something like what we heard yesterday in that, and I'm not going to, I have no bad statements or feelings about what went on yesterday, but I will say, as Sloan mentioned, antiquated data doesn't help anybody, okay? If you have the cutting edge data and you can use it, that's what's gonna get people to listen to you. Do you guys see how that works?
Amen.
So now we all understand what we want. We want passive residual income. We also understand that Rob as an individual has a credit score. That's just me. Western Capital International, UIG International, my trust, all of these different things, they all have entities, right? And I'm not even going to get into entities tonight because that's a long conversation, my friends, because you have to you structure the entities so that nobody, basically at the end of the day, it's all done so that you do not have to own the money, but you have access to the money and control the money. Okay. And I'm sure you guys have talked about that in your group before. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But if you ask ChatGPT, how do I protect my assets? That'd be an interesting question. So maybe what you guys want to do is just think out loud about merging this technology with what you're already learning from my dear friend Dolores, Momma D. Okay. Because this is going to make you guys the sharks of the sharks. You're not going to have to pay $20,000 for some kid in Clubhouse who's got an ego from hell, and it's just, you don't have to. What you will pay for is if you're dealing with, say you're dealing with a collection company, you don't want to have that conversation. We're going to dump $30,000 in a matter of 3 or 4 hours. Is that worth paying us $1,000 to do? Probably, all day long, and people do it, and it's crazy. One thing I do tell people who are potential clients is that we do not do it for you ever. You can send me a check right now for $20,000 and I will never, ever, ever do it for you. We only work together in tandem with you. You guys understand the reason for that? Because we have to make sure that you are learning and that the credit you're learning. So when you're done, you're going to be fierce and you're going to be like a wild animal because you're going to have all these things that you heard me say that you're going to be like, good God, what the hell just happened? And that's what I'm telling you guys. If you type Robert Paisola and go to SoundCloud, you're going to hear that. You're going to hear it. And you're going to hear these collectors. I'm really, really nice. But guess what, guys? Anybody that's been in debt collection, I guess it's a real simple question, but is it possible to collect from a debt collector ever?
No.
Not a chance. You can go at me all day long, and I'm going to record you, and I'm going to I'm going to talk to the top. By the way, Melanie, thank you. We will connect. Absolutely. We will absolutely just tear you down. We will go from one person to the next person until you violate the law, and then when you do violate the law, we will then take you to federal court if we have violations. And some of these calls got 30,000, 30, 40,000. Some of them went to class action, millions of dollars. And that's something that I learned. So out of all I said, it's now question
Well,
time.
hold on just a second, Robert. Just so you guys know, Robert's working on one of my files. That's a debt collector. And when he calls up, which should be in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're still shuffling paperwork back and forth. He's going to record it. So, and I already told him he can actually let you guys listen into the call and stuff. So you can actually see how he operates and how he does it to help you guys. Because if you just have all these papers that you're flying around, but you have no idea how to call up and make the conversation happen, it's not very helpful for us. So that's why like Robert's helping. And like Robert, if you have questions, I consider him kind of like Momma D. He's an answer man. If he doesn't know where to get something, he can tell us. Like he just told us about the ChatGPT. Like he'll give you information to go find the information that you're looking for without charging you an arm and leg and your firstborn child.
And thanks, Sonia, because you're exactly right.
I tried to give him my firstborn child, but he said he wouldn't take her.
Yeah. You know, I appreciate that because it means a lot. And I think that what I do know is that every single person in this room knows somebody who's going through crises and they're ready to jump off a bridge and are just like, they're out of it. Okay. Now, some people are more extreme. They're single moms with 4 kids and they've just been kicked out of their apartment. We deal with that kind of stuff a lot. Okay. We deal with people that are in foreclosure. We deal with those issues. But then there's some people who must have that hand holding because they just won't do it themselves. And they need that. They want that. They want us to be able to walk with them. And there's nothing wrong. Because I tell people all the time, it's not my job to push you. It's not my job to stand in front of you and pull you. It's my job to stand beside you and hold your hand and just walk in tandem with you as we create success. And you guys can understand, I could sit here and talk for 20 hours on just the basics of what we started talking about now. We haven't even got into asset protection. We haven't even got into putting stuff on Dun & Bradstreet. You got to realize that I have connected with a lot of big companies who are able to, let me have to say this correctly. We have great relationships with people who report to Dun & Bradstreet and report to business credit companies. Okay. How has that happened over years and on a lot of flights and a lot of meetings? Okay. Because we do it right. Now, I don't suggest that you go in and they have credit wipes and they'll wipe your credit. That's a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't happen. Okay. Don't believe that. It does not exist. You will not get business credit in 5 days. Okay. But I'm sure Momma D has taught you guys about the steps that it takes to become a business. And it's real simple, guys. Be a business, be legitimate. And once you're legitimate, you're good. And there's also a possibility, write this down, of buying shelf corporations. This is where we excel because we will go in and we will buy companies that are aged like 10 years and they've had grandpa owning the company and it's been around for 30 years. We will buy that company because they gave up at COVID. We'll give them $3,000 or $4,000. But guess what we get? The phone number, the web presence, the Google reviews, and the business credit. What do you think I'm going to do with that? I don't care what kind of company it is.
Get more business credit.
Yes.
Okay, so Robert, can you answer a couple questions because we have a couple people in the group that I know that we've discussed this, and we've looked at shelf corporations. Can you tell us, because there's some misunderstandings of whether you can buy a shelf corporation and successfully use their credit, and how do you protect yourself from buying, like, say, so my understanding is when you buy a shelf corporation, and just so you know, I don't understand it all, that's why we come to Robert. You can buy their information, but then the IRS, because of how much computer knowledge there is out there now, that they know right away that a new owner has taken over? How do you protect yourself in a situation like that?
I'm going to say one word: subsidiary. Okay. And I want you guys, if you have a question about shelf, I want you to contact Sonia and she'll get a hold of me and I will explain to you how we do it. Okay. We are buying the entire package. We're buying the phone number. There's only certain things that are valuable in a company. I mean, it doesn't matter. Inventory is not important. It doesn't matter. I will try to negotiate to keep the bank account. I'll try to keep it all, right? But if I can show a 20 or 10, 20 year history with $100,000 high on a paydex of 80, and for those of you that understand DNB, we go for $1 million high and an 85 paydex. It's unlimited. I can get what I want. You can walk right into Toyota Motor Credit and get approved for $250,000 for Lexus and Toyota. That's what you guys can do. That's what she's talking about. So the answer is yes, you can, but you got to be very, very, very precise how you do it, and make sure when you're doing the negotiation that it's a win-win for everybody. We don't take over companies and do arbitrages and all that. We're not doing that. Okay. People are giving up. They're saying, I'm done. The minute they say that is the minute that I'm interested. I bought a car. What is it? It's a car. Where do you take your car when you get it fixed? To a car
mechanic.
Yeah, I bought a mechanic shop that's been in business for 15 years. They had no idea. They were just like, I'm done. I can't afford the payroll. No problem. Here's $3,000. Just sign this and we get the whole thing and their clientele. Think about that. Does that save you?
Okay, so Robert, we have a bunch of people in the group that's going through Momma D's programming, and we have other people in the group that are just trying to get like an idea for a business. So if somebody's in the group and they want to start their own business, but let's say maybe they've never been in business, but they know that's what they want to do because they're tired of the 9 to 5. Okay. Can you help them if that's something that they're interested in? Can you kind of guide them like, okay, well, this would maybe be a good fit for you, this may not?
Okay, step number 1, go to ChatGPT. Step number 2, name 10 businesses that I can start that have high cash flow without me having to participate.
Oh, actually,
Niles, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying, Niles?
Yeah, definitely. Rob, I also asked ChatGPT 2 weeks ago. I said, ChatGPT, can you name me businesses that are recession proof?
Yep. And I'll take it one step further, guys. I'm on YouTube. I get monetized, right? So every time somebody watches our videos, we get thousands and thousands of hours. We get paid for putting out content, right? So ChatGPT, I said, go to what content creators on YouTube are putting out the highest viewed content, and what is the content about? Boom, 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 boom. And it gave the topics, and then you dig and dig and dig. And then guess what, guys? It can't be this simple, but it is. That's the top 10. So all you got to do is insert yourself in those 10 areas, because that's where people are looking. Does anybody figure that out?
So anybody in our group, can you guys just speak up if you're familiar with the ChatGPT? If you've done it or operated it, can somebody say yes, so me and Momma D can take down notes so that maybe you can help the group learn how to work that program?
Yes, totally. I'm actually been on Clubhouse running rooms with Stefan Youngblood, and we're teaching. We have a club called How to ChatGPT for Beginners, and it's blown up. Like we got 1,000 members in 1 week. And the beautiful thing about it is nobody's been promoting their business. Nobody's been selling anything. We've all just been sharing value. We've been doing workshops, and we just been jumping into the app and asking questions. And we've been pushing this thing. As you know, sometimes it'll give you a pushback, and it'll say, oh, you know, it's hard to tell you what's going on because the economy is so unpredictable. So we've learned to ask it in a persona. So we'll say, hey, ChatGPT, tell me which businesses are recession proof in the persona of an economic specialist that graduated from Harvard. And then it'll start breaking it down.
Right. Or you can say ChatGPT, from the status of an eighth grader, in a persona of an eighth grader, right? Please write a list of all the businesses that can be started that are recession proof, or that are or that are profitable post COVID, right? That's something that you would do. So what he's saying is exactly it. And you have to learn to, is this how to use it? Click try. Yeah. So you have, Yolanda's saying that. So you have to learn to put something in, see what it returns, and then tweak it. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you how many people there are right now. And I by the way, Niles, I had no idea that chat, you guys were even beginning. I can't even imagine how you would teach ChatGPT to Clubhouse, because I don't see the intellect there that could handle this. I mean, there's because all they want to do is make money. And so how are people on Clubhouse going to be able to go on Clubhouse, have rooms, share something, and not make money and legitimately help people? You see what I'm saying, Niles?
Right, totally. And then if you're not on Clubhouse, like, this is completely exploded on YouTube. There's so much content, like Rob was saying. Like, if I wasn't on this call right now, I literally have my YouTube in the living room on pause, and I have my notebook next on my couch, because I'm writing all the tools and all the research, because this is bigger than when the internet came out. Put it that way.
And that's what I say, guys. I am an expert at what I do. There's no question. I have the knowledge. I've done it. I'm not just telling you guys just things out of the air. We're not making things up. We're not giving you a 10-step plan to success, and 10 years from now you're still back at we're not doing that. But what Niles just said is they're working together and they're helping each other to create, which is basically what Momma D is doing. That's what I heard from Shaunna that Momma D is doing. She's taking you guys step by step through something. All this is going to do is extrapolate what she's teaching you, so that you guys can then bring value back to the room and say, okay, what I see is this. It's going to explode with you guys. And that's what I want to see, because I wouldn't have mentioned this if I didn't know that it was a revolutionary thing. And it's never happened in my lifetime, guys, ever. We've never had this type of thing. And it says Yolanda's writing something in the prompt box. She's giving you some prompts. You guys have to understand that this is a 2-week old deal. So right now is the time that you do it. So for instance, let's just do this. A lot of people, yeah, it's brand new now. Momma D, you guys have a seminar with Momma D. I'm making an assumption, right? She teaches you something that's really, really cool about, yeah, it's free, so take advantage. So she teaches you something really, really cool about something that she's teaching, wealth management or whatever it is. The minute that she's done teaching, you're going to go and take all that data. You're going to record it. Listen carefully. Record everything she says, okay? And then you want to dump it. You want to upload it. Record it to an MP3. And I'm sure you guys know what that is. And then upload it to Otter, OTTER.ai. Otter.ai is it's a program that will transcript every single word I'm saying, and it'll give you a listing of who's talking, when they're saying it, and then you can put it in ChatGPT and analyze the entire thing. It's crazy, and I've done that. Okay, so a lot of my videos, if you guys type in like Robert Paisola podcast, you'll notice that a lot of that stuff is transcribed. So you could go grab my transcriptions that I've already put out, copy the whole things, put them in ChatGPT, and have your own conferences and charge whatever you guys want to do, because people are not going to understand this. And I don't want to say that that's bad. What I'm saying is, if you work, and you're going to have to be very, very dedicated, because this is not easy stuff. This is high-end analytical, smart stuff. Otter.ai, use different email. Yeah, I use Otter.ai on everything. I haven't done anything for the past 6 months where I have not transcribed it. Now, why do I do that? Because remember when we first started this conversation, and I said, it doesn't matter how good your website is, or how nice it is, or how much interaction you have with your flows and all that. It doesn't matter if nobody knows about it. So the good question is, hey, ChatGPT, what is the best way to get my website in front of 100,000 people from a Harvard news article solution in 14 days? Do you guys see what I just said?
Wow, 14 days. Okay, 100,000 people. See?
But you're asking, Now it might not like 14 days, Sonia. It might say, okay, I can't, that's impossible. So it might take 60 days. But as Niles will tell you, he wrote 10 friggin' books. So it doesn't take a lot of time, right? We know that. And
okay, so let me ask you this question, because I know about maybe 8 to 10 people, possibly more, in the group that are working on a book. So
okay.
Niles had mentioned earlier that he wrote a book. Niles, can you cover that just a little bit, how you wrote your book? And could that person go in and personalize their book to make it their own? Niles must be in another chat room.
Niles got kicked.
There he is. He's at the top. I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Matt just said you wrote 2 books. Niles, you're on stage now. Come on up. But the question was, discuss how you were able to create the books using your technology. You know, you might have taken PLR and then put it in the ChatGPT, but try to discuss it at the most elementary level, 8th grade level, so everybody can understand exactly what we're talking about. How to create, the question is, how do you create books using ChatGPT so that you can create a passive residual income? Go ahead, Niles.
Okay, I'll just come out with it, right? I saw how ChatGPT was exploding and my mind is rolling like a ping pong. So let me say this real elementary. So I went to ChatGPT, I typed in, I said, hello, artificial intelligence, right? I said, yes, hi, how may I help you? I said, I signed up for an account. It's free right now. I went to openai.com, signed up for an account under ChatGPT. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see ChatGPT, kind of a tongue twister. But anyway, once I logged in, it gives you this screen with the chat, little thing where you can type at the bottom. And I typed, hello, can you write me a book on how to use ChatGPT? And it said, yes. And it began to break it down. I said, okay. It gave me all this information. I said, okay, make me a table of contents. It made me about 5 tables, chapters. It made me 5 chapters. I said, continue. It made me 5 more chapters. So we had 10. I said, make me about 5 more. So it made me 5 more chapters. I said, okay. So now I went to the first chapter, the name of it. I said, okay, now start to write the chapter 1 for me. And it began to write chapter 1. It did change the name. It was in the same subject of chapter 1, but it did change the name. So instead I said, make chapter 1 or begin to write chapter 1 with the correct name. I told it what name. So then it wrote the name. And then I did that for each chapter and I finished. I made a dedication page. I asked it to make a dedication page to humanity. I asked it to make a about this book page. It broke that down, all that stuff. And then I took all that information, copied and pasted, put it into my Word document. And then I went to Fiverr. I found somebody, I typed into Fiverr PDF makers, or someone that can make a PDF book. And I found a guy on Fiverr. I looked at his reviews, had good reviews. And then I contacted him. I said, hey, I want you to make this book. And then there's another AI program called Midjourney that I used. And I went into Midjourney and I said, hey, Midjourney, I need illustrations for a book called How to Use ChatGPT. And I need the illustrations to have a white background. And it made all the illustrations for this book. So I gave the guy on Fiverr the illustrations. I gave him the Word document. And by the end of the day, he had a full book PDF for me. And then I went to Gumroad. I uploaded to Gumroad, which was free. And now my book is published on the internet.
Bingo.
My God. Woo.
Whoa.
Powerful, Niles. Amazing.
My friends.
Wow.
And somebody in the notes mentioned that this is revolutionary and it's a game changer. It is. So let me say this: continue to do what you're doing with Momma D. But take it to the next step, because now there's nobody that is teaching this anywhere in the world. No one that is teaching it to this level that we're talking about right now, that Niles and I are benching off of, and Sloan and everybody else. You guys understand that? You are, because it's 2 weeks old. It hasn't been released. So all of your Clubhouse billionaires, right? That's what they say they are. Clubhouse billionaires or whatever they are, and they have, 1 million followers. Okay. Have you heard them talk about it? No. But I guarantee you, they're hiring the people to do exactly what Niles just said. So once Niles gets that book back, let me tell you what you do. You go out and you get yourself an ISBN. Write this down. You're gonna get your book back from your people at Fiverr. You're gonna have all your stuff, and then you're gonna have the book's gonna come back, and it's gonna be a PDF. You're gonna upload it to Amazon, and you're gonna put it on the Kindle. And then you're going to hire a voice actor like myself, and they're going to read the book for you all the way through, and you're going to put it up on the Amazon thing.
Okay, hold on, Robert. I have to interrupt you because don't worry,
fine.
guys. You know how Miss Shaunna be researching stuff for y'all. Okay.
Yep.
I
Yep.
have somebody who has a program that he will have you read 2 paragraphs. And then he has the AI equipment that will put that book in your voice.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
No way.
That
Oh my
just
God.
happened.
Yep.
That was last week's announcement. And you know what? That's why you're seeing President.
I will see if he will do a live chat with us soon, you guys. But he has the equipment. I've seen him work. I've seen him do 4 people's books, and it will literally, like, when you give him the book, he takes a PDF file. He has you read the 2 little chapters, and within 3 days, your book will now be in your voice. And it's cheap. It's only like $600.
Right. And also, guys, what you can do is you can have an AI robot, which is an AI, physically sit there and look at you and read Rob Paisola's book for free.
So now let me ask you this. Can we have it right in different languages?
That's why I'm in 38 countries, my friend, in 4 different languages. Everything I do, everything is translated in 4. This is what's crazy. So everything that I do, I send it to otter.ai, and then I transcribe it in 4 different languages and overload it to overseas, down to South America, over in Asia. I send it all over the world. That's how we do it. And that's how and so everything we do is multinational. Is that the word? Multinational. So we're making money from all over the place, India, wherever the heck it is.
Okay.
By the way,
Okay. Wait, Robert. I need you to break that down a little bit slower for the people in the back of the room that weren't realizing that he just taught all of us how we could take our business internationally.
Okay, so guys, what you're gonna do is, I'm assuming, and first of all, please replay this tape. Okay, replay this, and I'm going to give you, I'll give you guys a link. I'll give Shaunna a digital link so you can replay it and listen to it. Second thing, once you write your book, you upload your book into through otter.ai. You then translate it using what? Google Translate. It's not rocket science, boys and girls. Google Translate. So you're uploading that whole thing. It's then going to churn out, just like Niles said, the entire book in Spanish and Japanese and everything else. And then what do? You then load it with a Japanese cover and you hire somebody from Fiverr and put a Japanese cover or a Chinese cover, or what else do? We're very, very popular in Russia for some reason. Russia and Ukraine. You put the cover in that, and they're buying your stuff. And how much does it cost? True or false? Whoever thought you guys could do that and be a normal person that's not a genius. That's how simple it is. So remember,
I think we just got some saucy sauce.
We got the juice.
Yeah, we got the juice because that was sweet.
I just hope you guys listen to this again, because if you guys listen to every single word, if you guys have questions, You know, get a hold of Shaunna. You guys can reach me. I'll just give my information. It's first of all, follow me on social media. Just Google it and then follow everything. It's on LinkedIn. It's on, I mean, everything. It's crazy. So follow all that and follow me on YouTube, which is Epic Economist and Robert Paisola under Western Capital. You'll follow me under those three. And then you're going to keep in touch. You're going to go to mycollector.org. You're going to look at all the stuff, watch all the videos, watch all the stuff where I have to look like a little pretty boy and go on NBC and talk about, we don't talk about this kind of stuff because it's not allowed.
He said it's not allowed. I wonder why.
Oh, could you? Oh, okay. Here's the reason why. You ready?
Yeah.
Dear ChatGPT, I am doing a newscast today for a 3-minute segment, or in news we call it packages, for a 3-minute packet on the fire at the Mirage Hotel in December of 2001. Please prepare a script along with photos. Why do you need I can read the news, right? I can read that. People see me. It's not hard. But who in the heck would have thought that there's a program that could do that and go in and do exactly what I just said? And you have to remember what Niall said. It might not give you the exact answer first. You have to play with it a little bit, but it's going to give you the entire script for your story. And then if you're in the media business, you load it to the teleprompter. And guys, oh God, if you really want to get professional with it, look what I have right here. See this up here? Robert Paisola, CEO, telephone number, I think, and my all that. There's a reason I have that. You guys can all get that. Guess how that was made, guys? That was made by somebody with Fiverr, Fiverr. So when you're looking at it, and you're saying, "Who the heck is this guy talking?" Then there you have it. So always put yourself out there, because as I said, guys, if nobody knows who you are, they're never going to come to you. And every one of you knows somebody who's in a heck of a lot worse position than you. And you're going to say, I've met this dude and I don't know where he came from, what planet he's from, but his name is Rob and Shaunna brought him to us. So you need to talk to him one-on-one. And that's for the high end stuff. That's for the stuff where either you're being federally indicted, you're in a situation where you were at a PPP. Let me say this. You were involved in some issues during COVID that are not exactly kosher and you're being questioned about it. You need to stop answering questions and contact me immediately. Okay. That's all I'm going to say on that. Regarding EIDL and PPP. We protect you. Yeah, exactly. We protect you. We do not talk about it. Now, the only thing, the only exception is going to be where Shaunna said, it's okay, Rob, we're going to have that call and we're going to play it for you guys. And that you're going to have it in 4 languages and you're going to have the same thing. No difference. But what we've talked about tonight is we've talked about extrapolation of making cash. The whole next level of this is putting together. I mean, guys, this thing writes websites. Do you guys understand this? It writes code. So what you see on a website page is just what the public facing site is. All the SQL and the C++, all the stuff in the background, it will write code. So if you do exactly as Niall said, you go on YouTube and you look, you're going to see a lot of programmers that are freaking out right now because you know what? I can write code faster, and I've never written code in my life, but I can write code faster than any of them can, and they're getting paid $200,000 a year at Google. Do you guys follow that? Because ChatGPT does it. So write a Python script that will do this, this, and this. And most of you have no idea what that is. But you will when you start researching. You'll be like, oh my God, why? And there's a whole site about do not pay, about attorneys, about why it'll write contracts. Write a contract of write a rental contract between me and John Smith for duration of 24 months and make sure all the provisions are favorable to me and that I get paid $18,000 a month for the rental property in Hawaii. Okay, it'll do that. And then you play with it, and then it'll do all the points and authorities, and knows contract law. What can I say?
So this is my question to the room, and I want everybody to come off mic and just kind of let Robert know, and Momma D. Do you guys now have an idea that everybody that keeps telling me, Momma D, I don't have a business idea, I don't know which direction am I going? Is this going to help you? The information you received tonight?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazingly, yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
100%.
So I'm just thinking, you guys, now all you need to do is come up with an idea. And guess what? If you don't have an idea, go ask it. Where can I make some income? What's bulletproof for a recession? Something. And you can come up with your own idea and run with it. Even if you have no knowledge base, guess what? You just got the knowledge base right there in your hands at your desk. Let's run it, guys.
Thank you so much. This has been a blessing. Blessing.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's thank you.
Someone had asked earlier, Robert, I think it was you, on how you can take ChatGPT stuff and make it your own, like customize it almost kind of like.
Really? You try.
Go ahead.
So the way that I've been recently, I've been on ChatGPT for and I've been using.
Okay, I just lost you, my friend. Say that one more time. You said I lost.
I've only been on ChatGPT for a couple of days, and I use it. I feed it. I'm a writer, so I use it. I'll feed it writing prompts.
Right,
but
I saw that. Yeah.
I will tweak what it comes back with. So it's not. So no one else will have my exact kind of story because they don't have my brain. They don't have my mind. And
right.
If I want to write a, I don't know, a story about the Olympics,
okay.
I might tell it, write me a children's story about the Olympics in the style of Robert.
Yes.
And it will write.
Right. So
it will write an action thriller.
Yeah, and it'll do it. And that's what's scary. So everybody you listening to this, what she just said is real. Now I'm going to give you, I learned this I was in a Harvard lecture just the other day. And this is the solution to how to outwit the censors on ChatGPT. I have to look through, I'm looking through my photos. I've got about 100,000 of them, but I want to show you what program they use to go through and so you write something in ChatGPT. Hang on a second. Free forms, answer homework, sporadic. Okay, I'll give you guys that. Write better, word tune, finish reports. Okay, I'll give you that. Put heart there and I'll tell you all about that. Tell you about this. So there's a program, guys, that doing exactly what she just said, and you can you'll input all that text, and then it will rewrite the entire thing according to what she gives it the parameters. And it's not and you can even copyright it because it's real. And that's the thing about ChatGPT, guys. There's nothing, you're not stealing anything, right? You're not stealing anything. You're not borrowing anybody's. It's your stuff. Okay. It's your data. So that's what.
So you can get, even though you're writing a book on this, you can get it copyrighted.
Yes. And let me tell you
what?
how I do it. Hold on a second. I just hate to waste you guys time, but I want to tell you, once ChatGPT pops out, okay, the universities dump it into. Okay, everybody write down the word character AI just because I just saw that. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Okay, this is a guy that works at Google. POV. You've researched AI the last few hours and discovered ChatGPT, Jasper.ai. You have a Quillbot, Copy AI, Notions AI, and Closer Copy AI. You're realizing you'll lose your job if you don't learn how to work with this immediately. And that was done on December 30th at 2:23 in the afternoon. That's scary. And that's a Google analyst. So the answer is, oh, I know. Okay. Remind me to tell you about my Airbnbs, and I had to write a letter to the Airbnb about a guest that canceled for $18,000. I'll tell you how I did that within seconds. Okay, guys, here we go. Okay. You're going to take, what you're going to do is you're going to realize that if any of you guys don't follow me, then just tell me. You're going to take your information, put it in ChatGPT. It's going to give you all the information. It's going to do exactly like Niall said. It's going to give you the chapters. Once you do that, they now have AI detectors, because there's kids out there that are working for Stanford and Harvard and all that. You're going to go to Quillbot, Quillbot, and you're going to upload all your data, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to give you a percentage. It's going to look at it. It's going to say, what is the percentage of this that is copied? And it's going to come back and say 99% is not copied. So in somebody who's my author here, she was just here. She writes Yolanda. So when Yolanda writes a book, she goes to that property, goes to that thing, she uploads it to Quill. Quill then rewrites it. She then uses her expertise. She then sends it to the program that I mentioned earlier, Grammarly, sends it to Grammarly, make sure that it's proper grammar and everything's set. She then does a word check on it. She then sends it up to Amazon, and she starts making money on it. That's it, guys. Did you guys follow that?
Yes.
Sure
Quill.
did. Yep.
Do you recommend Lulu?
So now what you've just done is you've done just what Niall said. You've just gone completely in a circle, and you've just, it doesn't matter if they're trying, because they're worried about kids. Kids have got this figured out. They're worried about kids just saying, okay, write a letter about the Revolutionary War and why, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they're worried about that. So now they have this other bot these kids design, and that's what I saw, and I was like, you got to be joking. And there it is, Quillbot. Okay, so I know if you guys want to listen to it, anybody who doesn't want to hear this, you guys can just log off or whatever.
Dang, I might have passed high school if this was done another 30 years ago.
Oh my God. No. It's going to change the whole game, guys. Oh no, you're done. They're done. They're no longer going to do like SAT and AC. How can you do any of that stuff anymore? Right? It's just crazy. It's going to completely revolutionize everything. We have officially hit critical limbo, or cribbo limbo, where people don't change their clothes, pretend to work, and have lost hope and content in the year, and nothing counts. That's something that's interesting. I don't agree with that, but that's what they say. Oh, how do I get Taylor Swift tickets? Could you imagine if it would tell you that? Like because that's like the biggest thing. Or how do I get a refund on all of my Southwest flights that were canceled? What are the laws regarding? Oh, Greg Waller, thanks for following me on SoundCloud. Listen, my friend on SoundCloud, follow me, and I promise you, I never ever release content that's bad. What is the FAA law regarding how much money, or the DOT law of how much money I can get back if I've been my flight's been canceled and I'm sitting in an airport? Think about that one for a second, my friends. Okay, here we go.
So now that's an interesting topic that you just brought up, Robert, because I have a friend and she just does YouTube channels, and she literally every week, she goes on 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And she just goes on and tells people how to like get money back for this or money back from that. And I thought she was sitting there reading all the contracts of these different companies. Like last week, did you know, like if you have a pair of Nike shoes and you've had them for less than 3 years, if they look worn, you can literally take them back to Nike and say, I want a new pair. That's in their contract, but most people don't read those contracts. So she does that every week. And she told me that she made $145,000 last year just off of doing her little YouTubes every week.
Let me tell you, I'll just tell you right now, you guys heard that intro. If you guys have been in this chat for the whole time, we make over $20,000 a month just for doing what I'm doing right now. Okay. $20,000 a month. Of course, I don't make it. I make $10 an hour. It goes to a trust that goes to a LLC and all that. So I'm poor. So keep that in mind. And you're exactly right. So
okay, you talk about the intro. Let's say that like maybe, I don't know, maybe Momma D or some of the other people want to get into podcasts and stuff.
Okay.
How would they go about getting sponsors, or is that just being noticed? because
Okay,
I've heard a lot of different information on that.
All right, let me tell you. Number one, you have to have a strong voice. You have to have, and I haven't heard Momma D talk in this. I'm sure she's listening, and she's either freaking out because she doesn't want, it's like because she's your leader, guys. I am not your leader. I'm just the guest of giving you information today. So I'm not trying. Nobody. You guys, this is her show. Okay, I'm just showing up to try to give you guys an additional
Well,
viewpoint.
first of all, let me correct you, Robert. Momma D is never about hiding information from anybody. She's always about trying to get us as much information as we can so we can be successful. So no, she's not that type of person that's like, oh my gosh, he's stepping on me, because she's not like that at all.
And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, and that's not what I'm trying to do. But I will tell you this, and you repeat your question one more time so I can get you the exact answer. I can answer it for you one more time.
Okay, so you have the little intro and you get paid on that. How if somebody's doing like a regular weekly podcast or YouTube channel, how do they go about getting sponsors? Do you know how that works?
Yeah, let me ask you guys. Has everybody in this room, Sonia, has everybody in this room been in here since the beginning when they heard the intro? Or is the okay, you guys heard it. So that's one thing that, you know what, when you watch a TV show, don't they have an intro? Don't they have an outro? You're listening to the world famous If you get value out of this, follow us on YouTube, follow us on this and this and this and this. It's like a TV show with commercials inserted. In 2023, we're sponsored by Samsung and American Express Platinum. Okay, 2023. So those relationships happen because we consistently put out content. Okay. And I tell everybody, there's no secret. If you're good at what you do and you're giving valuable content, you will make money, no question. Just like your friend, my friend, that's telling people about deals. And I won't even get into this right now, but just remember, write this down: class action lawsuit settlements. Google that, okay? And it'll probably take you to a thing called classaction.com. And if you bought, there's a thing called okay. Just because I want you guys to see how deep I dig in the internet. Type in bought turkey class action. Type that, just bought turkey class action, and you're going to get paid if you bought turkey between like 1920 or 19, I don't know, something and something else. So you're going to get paid for buying turkey or buying chicken something from Tyson. It's crazy, guys. Okay, so class action litigation.
Wow.
Yeah, and just fill out the forms. And you'll make money. You might get $20, $30, $50, whatever it is, but you're going to get money. So just type in class action. So if you have nothing doing, you're watching Netflix, just fill all the class action forms. Were you hurt by herbicide because of what's that stuff that they spray on back in the day? They had that stuff where they put the weed killer, whatever. Roundup. Yeah, they had a Roundup lawsuit. Now they're doing a thing where there's a lawsuit if you're ever in the military. Camp Pendleton. You're going to make a ton of money, guys. So that's
okay. He's absolutely right. Let me tell you, this week alone, because I do it every week, I spend one day a week for 3 hours filling out the class action lawsuits. Yeah. And my check this week, now just so you know, my checks this week are $175. Wow. But I mean, me and my husband, we live on a Social Security income, so that $175 comes in really handy. So I'll just read off what I got it for. I got it for olive oil, because most olive oil in the stores is not real olive oil, but it says it's 100% pure. I got it because M&M's says that their package is worth 8 ounces, but it's actually only worth 6.2 ounces, etc. So the stuff that's on there would blow your mind, but all you do is like fill in your name, your address, and you put, yes, I used this product between this time period, and then you get a check in the mail. And the fun part about it is, like with me, the M&M one, I went back through my log. I literally filled that one out 2 years ago and got the check this week. So you never know when money's going to pop up in your mailbox. So it's kind of cool.
And I heard somebody say they don't know how to make money on the internet. Did I hear somebody say that? Rob, please tell me how to make money on the internet. Didn't she just tell you how to make money for filling out a couple forms? And that's legit, because I do it too.
Well, Momma D, if you're old like me and Momma D, she's been making money off of AARP, Game Central, getting gift cards and stuff. Right, Momma D?
That's correct.
They caught on to me though, Sandra. Now I don't get 15 gift cards a month. Now I only get about 7. But yeah, they caught on to me.
Man, that's it. And all you have to do is just type in, and Sonia, you can walk you guys through that. So that's another income stream for you guys. So if the question was, if you want to do a podcast, my friends, number 1, get an intro. I mean, you can follow my intro if you want. Number 2, have a topic. I'm the expert. In mine, it says Robert Paisola, expert in rebuilding your future after COVID-19. And so that's my thing. So I'm interviewed by television stations, radio stations all over the world for that, because that was what I chose to do back when we were back in COVID. Because back in COVID, we could put our feet up on the couch and watch TV, or we could build a business. I chose to build a business, and I started doing exactly what we're talking about here. Except I didn't have ChatGPT. I had to write 12 books, So that's exactly what you do. So you just do it, and you continue to put content out. You continue to there's a thing, hopefully you guys, SEO. Okay. So let me say this. You're talking to a camera, and it doesn't matter if there's one person in the room or 10,000 people, but you're talking like there's 10,000 people. Get it all, go to otter.ai, send it all to ChatGPT, right? Send it over to the other program I told you about. You can actually sell that as a book, guys. Do you realize today's conversation I can sell? Niles, are you still here, Niles? I could take what I've talked to you guys today and sell it for $19.99, and it would sell. I'd probably sell 1,000 copies. Do you guys realize that?
Okay, just a second. I have 3 people texting me for
Go
the
ahead.
class action lawsuit. It's classactionlawsuit.com. That's where you go. That's where the information is. So the website is classactionlawsuit.com.
And don't get scared if it looks like it's a bunch of legal attorney stuff. Don't just fill it out. No big deal. I've never been asked for a receipt. I don't know about you, Sonia, but no one's ever said, prove to me about M&Ms.
Dude, I am 60 years old, and I just got a check for using Huggies diapers on my children.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Shauna, you wear Huggies.
No, but you know what? I do wear some pads because I leak now because my daughter was 16 pounds, 8 ounces at birth, and she stretched the coochie out.
TMI.
No.
Oh, you guys are awesome. I am so honored to be here, guys, and I'm so glad to help you. And if I'm in, and if you want to invite me back, we can talk about however deep you want to go on whatever topic. I mean, I'm sure Momma D has massive content, but take her content, and then what we can do is we can dig and to figure out, what I would recommend. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not charging anything to be
so
here.
hold on, Robert. I want to give you a few minutes because you've helped us and you've taken the time to help us. So I'm just want to give you the opportunity, because I know you won't sell yourself. So I'm just going to sell you for you. So there you go. I'm going to hooker you out right now. So let me tell you what situation Robert's currently helping me with. And I'm sure all of you will have this situation because it's very common. So I went and bought a car. And when I bought the car, the contract on that car is done very unethically, because what most people don't know, when you make a down payment on a car, they take that down payment and they say that it's a down payment. But if you actually read your car contract, guys, they add it to the total of the car. So you're actually giving them that money twice. And Robert is very good and very knowledgeable, and he will go to the mat. You just sign your rights over to him, and he will argue it out for you and get that money back for you. I'm just saying that's his little niche that he's fantastic at.
Thank you. And you're exactly right. And so if you want to contact me, guys, you can contact me through Sonia, or you can dial, let me give you a telephone number, 702-219-3624, and then it's extension 701 at my office in Las Vegas. Or I'm going to give you, if you want to text me, text only, because I can't handle all the calls. My personal cell phone number is 725-251-1356. And my email is Robert, ROBERT at WCILaw.com. And so you can email me, text me any way you need to. Just realize I get so much stuff. But if you do, in the subject line, make sure you put down I was in your broadcast with Momma D. That way you'll get preferential treatment. Otherwise, we turn down 90% of the people that even come to us because we just can't handle the volume. And I'm not willing to do the work. I've outgrown that. I used to be really aggressive, but now I just, I do what I want to do. So if what's the phone, the cell phone? Okay. 725. And if you do call the number and you get a message, please leave a message. Okay. 725. I'm out of Las Vegas. 725-251-1356. And you can send me a text and I will respond. But I'm going to ask you, I'll tell you what I'm going to ask you right at the beginning. I'll tell you right now. If you call me and say, I have an issue, no problem, Wendy. If you call me and say, Rob, I have a problem, I'm going to say, okay, go write out exactly what happened, start at the beginning, outline everything, and then give me all the documents to back up and support what you're saying. That's the first thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to listen to what you have to say. And then after we, you can type in Western Capital VIP contract, and all that stuff comes up with the power of attorney and all that. And then once you do that, that's when what I'll do is I'll call you, and then we'll have a conversation like this, but we'll record it. Why are we recording it? Because we record everything. And remember, this is another thing, guys, write this down. If it's not documented, it never happened. Please remember that. If it's not documented, it never happened. So you would take everything we do, we document, right? And then we send it up to ChatGPT. We have a transcript, we create a file for you. And at that point, then we start our maneuvering. But we're talking to you and you're telling us all the details. But you've already sent me an email, right? Outlining your entire problem, not just saying, "Dear Rob, my car got screwed up and I can't fix it." Blah, blah. No, we don't do that. Okay. So that's, and
I'll let you know now, Robert's not going to do all the work for you because he gives me little assignments to do to work on this case. So he's going to say, okay, I need you to get the contract. I need you to go do this. I need you to go do that. And if you're not partaking with Robert and willing to put in the work to help him do what he needs to do, he's not going to work with you. So he's not one of those people that you can just pay to fix your problem, because he wants you to know how to fix the problem moving forward.
Yeah, and then you can help other people too, guys. And that's the bottom line. I want to show you what I know. So, if I get a call from my friend that's written all 10 books, I'm going to take him down the rabbit hole of deep. He'll say, he might call me and say, Rob, okay, teach me everything you know about putting out books and using ChatGPT. Much deeper than we've gone today. That's great. I can do that. Not a problem. Okay. So I would suggest, number one, the first thing we do is you guys follow me on all the things. Go to robertpaisola.com. It's like a self-promotion site, but it's got so much information on it, and you'll be able to see all the social media things. It's like a buddy of mine made the company that did it, and so I was one of the first people, and it works. So it's all of my social media, even Snapchat, for God's sakes. I don't know why I do that, but I don't know why. That's like a kid thing, but I get clients from Snapchat. I'm learning. This is me. I'm learning right now because I do not understand TikTok, and I'm learning how to do that. So that's my process right now. ChatGPT kind of threw me to the side, but I want to learn, like, I've got all this content out there, but how do I now, get it out into into the world so people, that they know we're here? Because once you do what I've done tonight with you guys, this is forever, guys. You can sell this, you can replicate this, you can use this as a course outline. It's amazing. And I'm sure that Momma D understands. This is valuable data. Now, let's talk about one final thing, my friends. Yesterday, you guys were introduced to a person who has a business credit company. It's very textual and it's very antiquated the way it's set up. They'll promise you things. Just all I'm going to say is this: if anybody promises you something that sounds too good to be true, like, I'm going to give you $100,000 in business credit in 5 days, you really need to call Shaunna and have a discussion, okay? Because that doesn't exist, okay? You could pay me $100,000 and I couldn't get it done, okay? But I can get it done fast, but not that fast, okay? And the stuff from what I understand from talking to Shaunna, is the stuff that you guys are already learning, you're already advanced enough into the program through Momma D that you don't have to be taught step 1, step 2, step 3. You're already down to about step 50, right? And that's what I like about this, because now we just extract it all and make it so it creates real static income. So again, how am I making money? Selling books. That's one way to make money. Selling me at seminars. When I do seminars, I get paid. You can type in Robert Paisola seminars. It'll blow your mind. Just type it in, Robert Paisola seminars. It's insane how much money people pay for someone to go speak. It's insane. Okay. Or do, keynote speeches, or go anywhere around the world, because they want to know what we know. So, and nobody else can do it. National Speakers Association, the whole thing. Third thing is you're going to make money on your passive residual income on your books, and you're going to do it through PLR, as I told you, and you're going to also do it, as Niles explained, through the ChatGPT mode, and I told you about how we do that. So with that, are there any questions I can answer before we cut off? Because I don't want to go any deeper. I know you guys it's getting late back east.
I have one question for you, and
Okay,
don't tell me no, because it'll make me mad, Robert. And you know what happens when you make Miss Shaunna mad.
You're
May
right.
we have your PayPal or your some way that we can send you a donation? I know you don't like that, but you guys know how I feel when somebody gives us our time, even if it's $2, $5, everybody needs to donate up, because Robert did take time to do that.
If you guys got that, you guys, it's just Robert at WCIlaw.com, and it's on PayPal. You'll see it, Robert at WCIlaw.com. And I would have that man, that would be awesome. And I told Shaunna before we even did this that I wasn't going to pitch anything. That's not my goal. My goal was to get you guys on the next level and to see. And then when you watch all these other people, you're like, why am I even listening to this person? Because they bring no value to you. So it's Robert at WCIlaw.com. And I would appreciate that. That'd be awesome if you got value. And if you have questions, again, reach out to Shaunna and she'll get to me, or you can just go to me directly. I just might take a little bit longer. Does that work for you guys? And I'm also on, hold on. I'm on, what's that thing called? Hold on. It's called.
Do we have anybody in the group that knows TikTok that could help Robert out? Does anybody know how to work with TikTok?
Why, yes. My daughter is an excellent TikTok. She has over 200,000 followers.
Does she understand how to get followers and how to put content out? And I mean, that'd be awesome, because I have no clue. Everybody's saying, Rob, where's your TikTok? You should be doing this, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess I don't have it.
Yeah, they're only short little videos between 30 and 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and you can cut your own content down and put it into a video.
We have a station. Yeah.
So if anybody knows how to help Robert with that, let's help him out, because he's helped us all out and give us so much knowledge. That would be helpful. And that's what we're about in this community, helping each other out to get to the next level. Right, guys?
Mm-hmm. I know that there's other people in here that can help him as well. But my daughter has built up a big brand on TikTok. There's some other ones too, Robert, that you can use as well.
Yeah, I'd love to learn. Like I said, I've mastered, YouTube and LinkedIn, but that's all corporate stuff, right? But TikTok is where you get people's attention for 30 seconds, and either they love you or they don't. And you're whatever. So I'd love to figure that one out. Maybe I bet Melanie got you. Oh, Melanie, thank you so much for the PayPal. You guys are amazing, man. That's so cool.
I was trying to learn how to be a pole dancer, but I fell off the pole and broke my hip. So I'm just saying.
Oh my God, there's another PayPal.
I'm wondering if AI can teach me how to flip around the pole better.
Oh, guys, thanks for the PayPals. You guys are awesome. My God, they're coming. 1, 2, 3. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And you know what? I never, ever, 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 ever forget. What's the PayPal? Robert, Robert, Robert at WCI Law, W as in William, I as in Indigo, C as in Charlie, Law, LAW.com. Yep. WCIlaw.com. And, I never forget. If you get, this is amazing. Yeah, that's it right there. Thanks, sir. I appreciate it. And I appreciate that, Sonia. I didn't expect that at all. So, and guys, and we can have round 2 if you guys want to have your own get together and have a meeting, I can come back and we can, give me something date. We can do whatever you want. And I have no problem doing that to help you guys. Anything for Momma D, whatever we can do.
Well, we appreciate you so much. We've learned so much today, and I really appreciate you taking your time out. You didn't have to do this, and you did it, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God.
Thank
The
you,
PayPals.
Robert.
You guys are crazy. I love you. Oh my God, that's amazing. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. And see, you guys don't, at my age where I'm at, it's not about the money. Okay. It's not about the money. Because I've already done the money thing, right? I've already owned companies and all that. This is just about giving information and showing appreciation. And oh my God, you guys are, thank you, Greg. Thank you. Oh my God. All right. I appreciate you guys. I love you. And I will be there for whatever we can do. I understand you guys are having an event. I'll talk to Sonia about that. And again,
Robert, nobody knows about
Yes.
the event. Only me, you, and Momma D. Shh, don't tell nobody yet. It's
Oh,
top
yeah.
secret.
Oh my God.
We're not telling about
Thank
the
you.
event yet.
No. You guys know that if there's something that you guys will be, it'll be like nothing you ever experienced, because you guys are getting stuff that nobody else is talking about, except maybe Niles, except for like that. But I would suggest what you guys do. My assignment to everybody in this room is for you guys to completely dedicate 1 week. Oh my God. Look at this, you guys. Latoya, thank you. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. I love you. Is to just completely dig on ChatGPT, and then assemble your questions, and then we can see what we can do. And I'm sure that if we work together, we can create, you'll definitely create passive residual income. And we've already talked about the writing of the books and being able to sell the books. So that's something that's really good also. Okay.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Okay. Mwah. Much love, and thank you guys for the donations. It's robert@wcilaw.com, and I appreciate it. You have no idea. It means more than getting a $20,000 check. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's just knowing that this is not Clubhouse-ish where everybody, Dimitri, thank you. It's not where like Clubhouses where you just suck the water out of everybody. That's not what I'm trying to do. So God bless you guys. I wish you the best. And if you need me, you have my telephone number, you have my information. I'm here to help you. Oh my God. Thank you, Melanie. Jesus, you guys are amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, guys. You're amazing. And I look forward to talking to you soon. And just be sure to guys to go and be sure to go ahead and follow me on all the platforms. Thanks, Melanie. I see you again. Oh my God. Thank you, Jerome. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'll go ahead and I'll follow all of you back if you follow me, and I'll answer your questions. Thank you, Latoya. Oh my God, this is crazy. You know what, guys? This is live, so this is people are gonna freak out, and they're gonna and then the question is, how do you make money online? What if it's Tracy? Thank you. What if it's as simple as just talking to people, just being authentic and not trying to scam somebody, but saying, I really want to help you and want to, make your life better. What if it's really that simple? It really could be, and maybe you're the next one. Because people will be there for you. Shaunna, thank you. Momma D, I appreciate it. God bless you guys. Please listen to the re-recording to this, and I'm here if you need me anytime. Okay. This is Robert Paisola. I am with Western Capital, and it's been an awesome pleasure to be here. God bless you, my friends. Good evening.